Theresa May has announced that she will start the Article 50 procedure in March 2017. Has she cornered herself with this announcement by doing so without previous consultation with Brussels?
Well, she doesn't have to consult with Brussels, first of all. Second thing, has she cornered herself? I think not, because this was a party conference and she needed a unity in the Conservative Party. And for her it was not an option to talk about Brexit, yes or no. So she had to say Brexit is Brexit and it means, and then you have to give a date. In reality, I'm not quite sure what she really said, because she also said that yes, she wants to trigger Article 50, but she also wants to get away from the legal supervision of the EU. And that is impossible, because whatever trade deal they will get, it will always involve legal supervision, because in a trade relation they can't just simply announce different food standards than were agreed with the EU, because their products won't go to the European market. So I think they're still very much in the process of figuring out where they are, what they will do, when they will do it. Maybe she will trigger Article 50. It will be rather surprising, if not to say stupid, because Article 50 is designed so that the country that calls for Article 50 has the lower hand, because the other countries and the Commission and the European Parliament can simply wait 2 years and then negotiate. So if they call it, then they have cornered themselves.
Is Theresa May giving Brussels the opportunity to categorically reject any proposal coming from London?
Probably both sides think, the EU and the UK, that they can dictate a relationship, but it's going to be negotiations and we don't know where they will end. The UK has to recognize that it has to be flexible, and the EU, also in the Dutch interest, has to recognize that it has to be flexible too. So there are no dictates coming from either side in the end. The Brits are also pragmatic people. I am not quite, I can't predict how this will go. Everybody is telling me, no, there is now a date. Politically, it's impossible to go back. But the real life of European negotiations will be extremely hard for the UK if they trigger it. So if she triggers Article 50, then the chances of a hard Brexit are rather big. Because if she triggers it, there's very little power the UK has left in the negotiations, because they have the lower hand and the EU has the upper hand, specifically France, Italy, the European Commission, Spain. Those are countries where we can expect a really rather harsh treatment of the UK. If it's going down that road, it is going to damage the European trade relations and the European economy. A hard Brexit is in nobody's interests.